Dear students of ICSE 2022, this is my fifth video, and in this video I will cover Unit 4 User Defined Method final part. I hope my previous video have helped you quite a lot. So let me come to the topic now. First I start with multiple choice answer. Number 1, it hides low level inner code detail from its user. The answer is method. Number 2, it is the first line which contains the access specifier, return type, method name and list of parameters. The answer is header. Question number 3, the identification of a person. Answer is method signature. Number 4, it deals with the scope of usage of a function. Answer is access specifier. Number 5, it is the data type used before the method name in method header. The answer is return type. Question number 6, each method includes a name with which it is identified. Answer is function name. Question number 7, it is a list of variables with their respective data types required by the function for internal computation passed during the method call. Answer is parameter list. Question number 8, the function body contains a set of statements for related operation. Answer is method block. Question number 9, a statement that sends back the value from a method to its caller program. Answer is return statement. Question number 10, a process of using a method in a program is referred to as. The answer is calling a method or invoking a method. Question number 11, the parameters described in the method header used to receive the value from its caller. The answer is formal parameters. Question number 12, the values actually passed to the method at the time of its call are known as. Answer is actual parameters. Question number 13, they are mostly used to produce some computational output. Answer is function. Question number 14, a function which returns a value to its caller module. Answer is pure function. Question number 15, it is also called accessor method. Answer is pure function. Question number 16, a method which changes the state of an object. Answer is impure function. Question number 17, the system by which Java language facilitates designing a number of functions with same function name. The answer is function overloading. Question number 18, the process of using a function for multiple processes. Answer is polymorphism. Question number 19, a function name along with parameters used in function header. Answer is function signature. Question number 20, a function designed in such a way that it calls itself in its body. Answer is recursive function. Now come with fill in the blanks now. Number 1, a function for the user can be regarded as a black box. That will be the fill in the blanks part. Number 2, method reuses the segment of class code. So the fill in the blanks is reuses. Number 3, method header is also referred as method prototype or function prototype. The fill in the blanks is prototype or function prototype. Number 4, method signature is the identification of a method. The fill in the blanks is identification. Number 5, when function of a class is specified as private, a member of only that class can use the function. So the fill in the blanks is only that class. Number 6. The return type indicates the type of the outcome of a method to be returned to its caller. So the fill in the blanks is outcome of a method. Number 7. Return statement is used at the end of the function and can also be referred to as function terminator. So here the fill in the blanks is function terminator. Number 8. The return type of a function must be compatible to the value returned by the function. The fill in the blanks is compatible. Number 9. Pass by value is a process of passing a copy of the actual parameter to the formal parameter. The fill in the blanks is pass by value. Number 10. A reference address pointing to the data and not the actual data value is put within the parameter slot. The fill in the blanks will be parameter slot. Number 11. Impure function, which is the fill in the blanks, are also called mutator functions. So here the fill in the blanks is impure functions. Number 12. Through function overloading, Java implements polymorphism. Here the fill in the blanks is polymorphism. Now I will come to true or false. Number 1. Methods hides low level inner code detail from its user. The answer is true. Number 2. It reuses the segment of the class code. True. The answer is true. Number 3. A method has link with writing the definition of a method. The answer is false. Number 4. A method signature is written by using the method name along with the parameters to be passed to the method. The answer is true. Number 5. The return type indicates the type of the income of method to be returned to its caller. The answer is false. Number 6. Each method includes a symbol with which it is identified. The answer is false. Number 7. An empty parameter list indicates that the method doesn't receive any value during its call. The answer is true. Number 8. A function body does not contains a set of statements for related operation. The answer is false. Number 9. A impure function may not return a value. The answer is true. Now comes predict the output. As I said you before also, in my previous video as well as in my first video, whenever you solve predict the output, always do a dry run on a paper and get the answer, then only go for the options and you will choose the correct answer. This is the predict the output, this part. This is the predict the output, and here the outcome is true. Number 2, again another predict the output is here, so you have to do dry run. So when you input 9 to 7 in this variable called num, so the answer will come is 2. Third one, so this is the code snippet. So when you input 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1, the answer that we will get is true. So that comes the end of this particular set. I will be discussing the next set now. So go through this video and obviously subscribe my YouTube channel. So in the other videos I will be covering unit 2 as well as unit. Now in this video, this is the final set for this topic, that is unit 4, user defined function. So let me come. Number 1, the word function, which is the fill in the blanks, is a general type used in various computer languages in the Java. It is specially termed as another fill in the blanks, which is the method. Number 2, a function for the user can be regarded as a black box. which is the fill in the blanks, that is capable of returning an output. Number 3, a program module used simultaneously at different instances in a program to perform a specific task is known as member, which is the one fill in the blanks, or you can write down function also. Number 4, header is the first line, which is the header is the fill in the blanks, which contains the access specifier, return type, method name, and a list of parameters. Number 5, the compiler, which is the fill in the blanks, checks the compatibility of the values passed and receiving parameters during every invocation of a method and report errors of mismatch. The next one, number 6, write true or false and correct the wrong statement. Method header and method prototype is not the same term. The answer is false. The correct statement is method header and method prototype is exactly the same term. Number 2, method signature deals with the scope of usage of a function. The answer is false. Thus, the correct statement is access specifier deals with the scope of usage of a function. Next one, the return type tells the type of outcome of a method which is to be returned to its caller. So, the answer is true. So, there is no need of a correct statement. Number 7, fill in the blanks. Parameter list is the fill in the blanks, is a list of variables with their respective data types required by the function for internal computation passed during method call. Number 8, what is the general form that a parameter list of a function may have? The answer is general form of a parameter list in a function is as follows: function name, first bracket open. Now you write down the parameters with the data type also, and obviously you should close the bracket. Number 9, what is a return statement? Answer: a statement that sends back the value, that is result or outcome, from a method to its caller program is known as return statement. Now, true false. No statement inside a method shall be executed after return statement. The answer is true. Number 11, rewrite the correct statement. A function shall have only one termination point, and the correct statement is a function may have more than one termination points. Number 12, the return type of the function must be compatible, which is the fill in the blanks, to the value returned by the function. Number 13, what are the two ways of invoking function? Answer: the two ways of invoking functions are Roman 1 pass by value and Roman 2 is pass by reference. Number 14, call by value, which is the first fill in the blanks, can be used with simple primitive data types, but call by reference, which is the second fill in the blanks, has to be used with non-primitive data type. That you know, I think so. Number 15, the function which changes the state of an object is known as impure function. Impure function is the fill in the blanks. Number 16, what is the other name of an impure function? The answer is mutator function or mutators. Number 17, write true or false. In case of multiple returns statement implied in a method, all of them can be activated to return the control. The correct answer is, in case of multiple return statements implied in a method, only one of them can be activated to return the control. Number 18, a process by which a method in a program is referred to as, the first fill in the blanks is calling as a method, or you can write down invoking a method. Number 19, what are functions mostly used? The answer is, functions are mostly used to produce some computational output. Number 20, Polymorphism, which is the fill in the blanks, is the process of using a function for multiple purpose. Number 21. Write 2 advantages of using function in a program. The answer is 2 advantages of using functions in a program are as follows. Number 1, it reduces the length of a program, and number 2, it takes less memory space for the storage of the program. Number 22. As you see that again a predict the output has come. So as I said you before, again I repeat, you have to make a dry run of all predict the output, solve the dry run, and after that whatever outcome you get, you will now match with the option that has been provided, and then only you choose. So when you see this predict the output and when 12 is passed to the end, so the answer that will come is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Now this is the second predict the output. So you can see the code given out here. So if Amit and Aman is passed, the answer will be Amit. So this comes an end of this particular video. So I have covered different types of sets for unit 3 user defined function. I hope those who are going through my video are getting benefit out of it. In the forthcoming video, that is the next video, I will cover unit 2, which is called as class as the basis of all computation. That will be again divided into 2 videos. In part 1 I will cover some sets, and in part 2 of that particular video I will be covering some other rest of the sets. Again I request you to subscribe my channel and press the bell all, so that whatever new video that will come, you will get a notification of it. And please refer to your friend those who are also giving ICSE 2022 and will be appearing for the mock examination that will be held by ICSE in the month of November 2021. Thank you very much. I hope you are liking my video and it is being beneficial for you all only. So again I thank you everyone, and please pass my video to your friends who are also giving ICSE 2022.